have brown skin.
U.S. citizens that voted for him.
You should be deporting yourself.
Why should I deport myself?
Because you're brown skin.
I'm a
you
U.S.
don't
citizen, man.
belong here. We don't want brown skin people
you're gonna
here.
get deported.
That is one of the most racist things a white liberal has ever said to me.
That's right.
Going with, what the hell are you doing here? You should be back in Mexico.
Why should I go back to Mexico?
Because that's your country.
Why is that my country?
This is not your country.
You're not white. This brown skin, they don't want you. MAGA doesn't want
Deported,
you.
whether you're a citizen or
I'm
not.
going to get deported.
Even though you're a citizen. Probably
Prepare me.
before the end of the year. It's happening
Before
now.
the end of the year, I'll be deported.
We the reason America. Not just with the Civil War, brother. Let's go before the Civil War. Let's go to the Louisiana Purchase. Do you know that this country is 3 times the size it was? Because the Haitian Revolution went to Saint-Lô Overture and Jean-Jacques Dessalines and Christophe and Pétion and Cecil Fatiman and Boukman and Macandal when they destroyed Napoleon's army, a slave army defeated the greatest general the white man ever had. Right. An army of slaves defeated the greatest general the white man ever had. And because the Haitian Revolution bankrupted Napoleon, he sold his American territories to America for pennies on the dollar.
I remember that.
The Louisiana Purchase loan quadrupled the size of the United States of America. So when I tell you America wouldn't be America without black people, America wouldn't be America without black people.
That's a fact.
Black power. Black power.
How do you think the economy would look in America if all the black people just say, you know what, we out?
Why do you think they stopping? Your president just banned 12 countries about to ban, he said 25 more. And like as I told you, all of them are brown countries. Ghana was on that list. So they already seen the exodus of black people getting more passports, getting more documentation for countries. They don't want your money leaving here. So now they about to play more games with us. You see what I'm saying as far as travel? They know what would happen. Now you got, because when I go over there, or I'm dealing with companies, they want us to come over there because we already know the game they playing. So they're getting educated off of black Americans about the games that's being played.
You think that the American economy will collapse?
Negro, in the damn ground. And then not only that, which is sad to say, you got a lot of white people who are bigoted and racist. They're going to turn on their own white people because they need somebody to hate. And they are going to annihilate the other white people who's still here with them. They need somebody. Think about the Civil War. They was fighting each other.
Probably the poor whites.
They're going to annihilate. They're going to be the poor white people that annihilate the other ones because they're the ones that ain't got nothing.
True,
but
because it's more poor
they ain't got
than it's
nobody
wealthy.
else to hate. If you don't have nobody else to hate here, and that's your culture. That's part of your culture. What you gonna do? You about to eat each other alive.
In your video, you said, we don't need them, they need us. Who's they?
Yes.
Who's they?
The white people ultimately don't need other races in order to succeed, in order to be ourselves. Absolutely not.
So how do you think America became the greatest economic nation without...
Not through black people.
Oh, it wasn't? It wasn't because of free labor?
Are you talking about slavery?
No, I'm talking about slavery and also what happened after slavery, which Douglas Blackmun talked about, slavery by another name. So I'm trying to understand, when you say didn't need it, how do you think America became the greatest economy that it did? How do you think that happened?
Through the genius of Europeans.
How was the genius of Europeans when the fact of the matter is it was actually King Cotton that supplied the economic means for America to do so? And that was a result of free labor from black people.
Look, the whole point here is that who creates these systems, who creates these business models and businesses?
Slavery was a business model?
Well, yes, it was a business model,
And was that one that you like or dislike?
I dislike.
You dislike?
Yeah, I absolutely reject it.
Okay,
yeah.
so but you deny the reality, though, that's what allowed America to become the economic power, because America supplied 91% of the world's cotton, and so as a result of that, that's how America was able to fund the Industrial Revolution. It was because of free labor from black people.
The Industrial Revolution originated in Britain, and it originated in the countryside of Britain, where there were absolutely no slaves.
I said the money generated from that. But I asked you again, okay? You said we don't need anybody else.
No.
But the reality is, America history proves you wrong. The fact of the matter is, there is no great America. You can't sit here and talk about that greatness without other people making that happen.
We could have figured out another way to pick cotton.
Who?
I mean, white people could have figured out another way to get cotton.
Y'all tried that, didn't work. Yeah, I mean, we
do it now. We've done it previously.
I don't know what books you read, but no, that's actually not what happened. But you said y'all would have figured it out, but you didn't.
If you hear somebody say America needs to stay a white Christian country, black people need to go back home to Africa, and get out and also that only married women with kids should vote, that would make you lose your temper too. All of that crap is what Jake Lang said to not only David Mauricio, who he was debating, but he said it to me. Because all I did was ask him, what does that mean to say black people need to go home? What does that mean? Black Americans have no home that we can go to. America is our home. We were born here. So like the irritation, and I really am sorry, everybody, for y'all seeing me get that out of pocket. I honestly am. Like, I apologize to everybody for even seeing that reaction. But the reason that I am okay with that being posted is because every once in a while you have to check white supremacy when you see it. Like I am a conservative through and through. That bullshit that he was saying and spewing is not what I stand for. It's not. And I'm not, and you don't have to be a coon to be a conservative. You don't. And I never will be one. For as long as I live and breathe, I'm never going to be one. You're never going to deny history in front of me. You're never going to act. I refuse to let any white person talk about me or anybody else like that. He disrespected women. He disrespected black people. He disrespected the entire premise upon which America's built. And I'm just not going for it, y'all. I just can't. Like I thank God for my level of patience yesterday. I really do. Because that could have went a whole lot of different ways. It could have went a whole lot of different ways. And I thank God for my Christianity and allowing me to stay as calm as I did while being that furious. Period, point blank in the story.
White people always, this is something else that black people don't realize. That white people always feel one step away from black people taking over. They always feel in one step. If one step happened, black people would take over. And now we'll be out of everything. They always feel, and they feel it because, of course, we're blacks, Latinos, Native Indians, we always excel beyond them. And as we excel beyond them, of course, they feel like, you know, any minute we can take over.
White people, watch this video, and I'll be right back.
He published a book called Race, Tendencies, and Traits of the American Negro, in which he lays out all the numbers, and then he concludes that if we simply avoided allowing black people to have any access to health care, that within 2 or 3 generations, the whole race would die out, and that would solve the race problem in America. When Teddy Roosevelt, 1912, proposed a national health care system, people said no because black people will get it. When Franklin Roosevelt proposed a national health care system, it was the same thing. We don't want black people to get it. When Truman tried it in 1947, same thing. Don't want black people to get it. We have to figure out a way to keep black people from using Medicare. And the way that they came up with was to have a 20% hole, a gap in Medicare, so that you had to pay 20% of your doctor's bill and your hospital bill, and that would discourage poor black people from showing up at the hospitals. Nearly 100% of the reason why the United States is the only country in the world that doesn't define healthcare as a right is because of racism. He published a book called Race, Tendencies, and Traits of the American Negro.
How many times do I have to say this? Racism is a detriment to you white folks, poor white folks especially. Because of racism, you poor white folks can't even get good health care. Because they thought if they could deny health care to black people that we would have been eradicated a long time ago. But hey, we still here. And they have not changed the rules. How crazy is that? Even with Social Security, you have to pay 20% because of racism. We keep telling you. BIPOC keep telling you. Black people keep telling you, it is not us that makes your life suck. It is those racist politicians and their racist legislation that they think that's going to harm us, but harms you at the same time. And they don't care if it harms you. They don't give a shit. And then you continue to vote against your own interest. All because a bunch of rich white people told y'all to hate black people because black people are doing stuff to you as a whole. And we're not. Because we don't control shit. We don't control the healthcare system. We don't control Social Security. We don't control your wages. We don't control shit. But they continue to tell you that it's us. So you turn your focus on us and harass the shit out of us for no fucking reason. When we have no power to affect your life as a whole community. Pay attention.
Child, so the racist white people are putting signs up saying that they don't want black people. That no black people are allowed. It's for only white people. And some black people and other races are getting upset. But honey, let me tell you, I'm happy about it. I love it. I love it for them. Because me, for one, I want to know where I'm not wanted or appreciated. I don't want to step foot in an establishment that don't want me and don't want my business. Because contrary to what you may believe and what you've been told, black folks spend more than $1.8 trillion a year. Unfortunately, but fortunately, black people are consumers. Our dollars only stay in our community for about 6 hours because we're continuously purchasing. We're continuously buying stuff. Now, again, that's not the best thing for black folks, but it is a great thing for other nationalities. But y'all still don't respect the fact that we spend that much. Walking around the store, following us behind the store, accusing us of stealing when we're the ones that's really keeping food on your table. That's why you open up all of these places in the black neighborhoods, because you know you can get the black dollar. But look what happens. Look what happened to the Destination Steakhouse, the tenderism. When black folks thought that Unc owned that place, they swarmed to this restaurant, gave this man so much business, and didn't realize it was a white owner. Gave this man so much business, and now he's suffering. Now his business is suffering because black folks done caught on to it and all kind of stuff. And if you don't know the history, it's very intriguing. But that's one example. But look at what happened with Black Wall Street. Look at what happened with Rosewood. Black folks was minding their business, had more millionaires on Black Wall Street than a lot of other parts of the country. And what happened was white people was a little jealous about that. And they wanted some of that money. They wanted them black dollars. And they sent in planes and bombed Black Wall Street. The banks, the grocery stores, the barbershops, everything was just gone because they wanted that money. Look at what happened to the Cadillac industry. Black folks and black money single-handedly saved the Cadillac industry. You know, a lot of times, black people couldn't even put their money in the banks. So when the Great Depression came and all the white people's money was gone, black folks still had money in their house. That's why a lot of people just don't believe in banks until this day. Black people still had money in their house. And so they was able to go and buy Cadillacs. The whole fascination behind Cadillacs, you should read about it. It's very, very interesting. Black folks did that. So when they try to make you think that, oh, black people just steal, oh, we got to walk behind them and make sure that they're not stealing anything, oh, they can't afford this, they can't afford that, it's a lie. It's a lie from the pits of hell. But again, for me, I would rather know that you don't want me in your establishment. So go ahead and put up your signs. Put up your whites only signs. Put up your no black people, no colors signs. Because I, for one, I love it. And you'll see sooner than later that you cannot survive without the black dollar. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hope you had a day you deserve.
Black and brown people have no place in corporate America because we're not cowards. Let me explain. Cowards run corporate America. And the problem is that if you're black or brown, you were raised to speak your mind, don't lie to people, have strength and courage and perseverance. And all of these virtues are amazing for just being a good human being. But corporate America is mediocre. They're cowards. They don't want strength. They say they do. They say they want people to speak the truth. But if you do, you are now their enemy because you're exposing mediocrity. And the way that we were raised, like the culture, we would never betray people. We would never stab someone in the back. And all of them in corporate America will do that. And so we're looked at as a threat inside the system. And not enough people are talking about this. And the only way we can make change is by us being fed up, like enough is enough. And for me, I had a 20-year career in financial services, and it was great for the first 80%, but the last 20%, I just wasn't going to conform to them. And I decided to leave and become an author, and I wrote a book on this called The Corporate Coward, available on Amazon. But I'm realizing I don't know if black and brown people are going to be able to have amazing careers because we're not going to sell out. Sure, maybe some of us will, right? But the ones who are like true, like holding down to their core of how they were raised, it's not going to work out for us in corporate America. And I think we just need to talk about this more. Send this to somebody in corporate America that is from the culture that has just had enough, right? Enough roadblocks, enough drama. And again, I'm not throwing shade on people who are white that are not cowards, right? I'm just speaking higher up in the hierarchies of corporate America is filled with cowards, and it's just very hard for Black and brown people to excel in that environment because we're not them, and we never will be.
There's one comment of somebody saying that I'm mad because white people own Black people. First of all, I'm gonna keep it a beam with you, bro. Black people didn't need white people. White people needed Black people. Let's be honest. You guys traveled 6,000 miles to go get Black people out of Africa. It didn't happen the other way around. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, white people tried to enslave white people. It didn't work because they kept lying. Niggas are useless even as slaves, bro. That's crazy work.
And Black people, we are no longer referring to ourselves as minorities. I've been to most continents on this planet, and we are on every corner of the earth. There is nothing minor about Black people. So from now on, you need to refer to yourself as the global majority because that's what you are. And when people say minority, you need to correct them. You mean global majority? Global majority? Say it with me. Global majority.
If you ever thought you were a minority, just watch the World Cup. It don't matter what team you watch, you finna watch Black excellence. Because apparently, we're the global majority.
If you ever want to know what the world would look like if Black people were allowed to govern, police, educate, finance, build, restore, our own community. It is ours. No outside interference. We handle this.
Black people, you've made your point. Change in America can't happen without Black folks. We need y'all back in the fight. Please and thank you. Aw, do the minorities and white people realize without Black Americans, nothing is really going to succeed? But in reality, you don't want Black Americans because we see how you guys view us when we try and run for office. You guys only see us as cattle and fodder to your cause. You want us to be on the front lines because you know it can get aggressive, shit will turn up, and you guys don't really care about our voice though. And we have had enough of that. And still seeing how you guys are acting in 2026 with Jasmine Crockett tells us everything. You guys don't want us to be in leadership positions. You guys just want us to be on the front lines. It is no different than the world wars when they put the Black people on the front lines. That's all you guys see us, no matter what side, whether it's on the left or on the right. You guys want Black people on the front lines and you want them to put their lives on the line. And enough is enough. You need to fix your own problems and fix your own people and have them finally wake up and stop voting against their best interests. But are you gonna do that? No, because you want us to do all your fucking ground and dirty work.
White people invented race to justify their oppression of the African people and their descendants, as well as to justify their mistreatment of the indigenous American tribes. So racism is always the aggressor. Race-based violence starts and ends with white people. Entirely different is bias. It's possible for a Black person to be biased against a white person. It's defensive bias though, because again, white people started and continued it to present day. So a Black person not liking a white person or not trusting a white person on the basis that they're white is not racism. It's defensive bias based on 400 years of dehumanization and history and trauma that has not been atoned for. No reparations have been made. No apologies have been given by the majority of white people. Most white people will tell you, I didn't do it, so I'm not responsible. I've never been racist to a Black person. Why do they hate me on the basis of my skin color? That's racist. No, that's smart. Every time Black people have tried to create their own communities, white people have come in and ruined it and destroyed it. We've stolen everything they've ever tried to build for themselves. Black creativity and culture is the most plagiarized and least accredited phenomenon in the world. To this day, everyone steals from the Black community and their creativity and their artists. It's not TikTok slang, it's AAVE, it's Ebonics. You look stupid. It's not yours. It's not ours, it's theirs. It's not ours.
Everybody hates Black Americans. It doesn't matter what we do, what we don't do. Someone will always have something negative to say about us. We could be minding our own Black business and people will get offended by our existence. And I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. I love that you all hate us so much because it means there's something special about us. Y'all hate us, but spend so much time trying to imitate us, talk like us, walk like us, or rage bait us into conversations and debates. Like, why? Why do y'all care about what we think? We just minding our black business. Even people who look like us, who are not from America, hates black Americans. And honestly, I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. Am I saying every individual hates black Americans? Absolutely not. But even if everyone did hate us, I wouldn't give a fuck. Shout out to the black American.
America's not a white country. Black people and white people got here within 100 years of each other. The first black people got here in like 1615. That was before almost every single African country existed. Like the majority of the countries we know in Africa today did not exist in the 1600s. I'll take it a step further. In the 1600s, nation states in Europe did not exist yet. Like that is before the Treaty of Westphalia, which kind of like started to define nationhood as we understand it today. Black people and white people have existed in the United States for longer than statehood has in Europe. This idea that America is a white country is driven by like the Great Replacement theory, which is a nonsense word slop I'm not even gonna explain. But America is both a black and a white country. There's just more white people, but black people and white people got here relatively in a close, short time frame. Because you know, from 1615, when the first slave ship arrived, the world looked so different, it's almost impossible to describe.
Because everybody's not welcome to our church. There's a certain element of people that just aren't welcome. I make a joke sometimes, but it's a joke based upon, I think, a real fact. The image always showed Jesus Christ with arms outstretched, wide out, you know, like everybody. But the reality is Jesus Christ is not wide arms stretched. His arms are, what he said, the pathway is straight and narrow. And so it's a straight and narrow pathway.
Black man, can they be saved and then be part of the kingdom of God?
What does saved mean?
I mean, if we're going to go off of a traditional theological practice, it is understanding Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. A traditional Christian perspective, that means then you gain access to heaven.
Yeah. Well, you know, I like the word redeemed better than saved.
White people are the problem. They are the problem. White people ain't. White people killed Charlie Kirk. White people enslaved nations of people. White people ruined this country. White people, not black people. Black people built this country from the ground up. White people came and ruined it. The Italian mob, the Russian mob, the Irish mob. America was divided before I came and talked to you. Let me ask you. You were sitting here with people who disagree with Trump and you agree with Trump. Yeah. That's division. Freedom of speech. That's division. I didn't divide you. No, you're saying black and white are different. What's the difference? So what's the difference between me saying that and what's his name? Stephen Johnson saying the Democrats are the problem. Is Stephen Johnson not dividing the country politically? 100%. Is Donald Trump not dividing the country politically? 100%. Is his office not dividing the country politically? 100%. So white people are the problem. Not some black man that's sitting out here asking interviews. I'm not dividing the country. White people are dividing the country. Hold on. And to that point, when was America ever united? Hold on. When was America? We haven't been. That's the fucking problem. Hold on. Who caused that? Hold on. Who caused that? Fucking white people. Oh. So what should happen to white people for dividing the country?
You need to leave. You need to leave. You need to leave. Fucking back. You need to leave.
Black Americans, children of Israel, you got to keep things into perspective, right? You got to keep in mind as you circumnavigate this reality in this world is that we deal with the most extreme form of jealousy as a people, meaning other nations are jealous of us. Because think about it. You got people being jealous every day because somebody got a house over them or a car over them, you know, or, you know, somebody's in a position of power over them. Like people get jealous over like mundane, menial things every day, right? Now think about it in the world's context of spiritual warfare and what God did, the Most High did to Black Americans and children of Israel. He literally said, out of all people on earth, Deuteronomy 7:6, You people are my people above, people like to, you know, whatever, ignore that word, above all people. You guys will be my precious possession above all people. I'm going to give you dominion and rulership over the earth forever. Now, if people are jealous every day in this reality, and jealousy is a demon, right? But if people are jealous over mundane things, right? This person got the man, or this person got the girl, or this person got this person got, you could imagine how this world feels about us if the God of all gods said literally, you people are my favorite. You people belong to me. You people are mine. And that's not to say that the Most High doesn't love or accept Gentiles, right? But the Most High could do whatever he wants. You know what I mean? And think about it. The fake wannabe-ish people in Israel now, they tell you straight up, they're the chosen people. Well, yeah, they are chosen, right? But it's just that they're chosen by Satan. And in Satan's world, this is why they own and control everything in Satan's world. So keep that into perspective when you go into Europe, when you go into Africa, when you go into, you know, and there's a lot of our people in Africa, right? But a lot of Africans are Hamites as well. So just keeping that into perspective, like when you go in the world, you're going to try to get accepted by the world when they're looking at you like, right? And it's even worse for Black Americans who don't know who they are, because they go around this world simple as the days old, not realizing, comprehending, or enter under or understanding why people don't like them. And then you try to give them an answer and a solution as to why this world doesn't like you, Black American, right? And they don't want to hear it. God loves everybody, right? But I understand that's that 2/3 programming. You know what I mean? So get this, understand this, right? This is why. It's out of pure jealousy. It's clear with the special people, right? I mean, the tribe of Judah, musically, we influenced the entire world. I lived in Asia. All they do is play hip hop music in them clubs over in Asia. Go to Europe. All they do is play hip hop. Like, Black Americans set the culture for the world. You know what I mean? That's the tribe of Judah, the same tribe as Jesus Christ, who today Christ would be considered. And I say this over and over and over again, because these people are going to keep hearing it. And I do it because really, I like to irritate them, you know, and they hate it. So this is why I keep doing it, right? But, you know, Christ would be considered a Black American man today, or a African American man today, or a NIGGA man today. You know what I mean? Like, Christ was killed in the worst way a Black man could possibly be killed, right? But just the point of this video is, understand it's a deep hatred and jealousy, right? Because they're not us. The thing is that they get mad at us when really it's not us. You know what I mean? It's the Most High did all of this. And if you have any morsel of intelligence, you don't want to go against the Most High's order. You don't want to go against you know, what the Most High wants. So the words of the Gentiles, right? If you enter under overstanding and you recognize it, just accept it. Like, okay, I'm a Gentile, and a lot of you are. I'm like, okay, I'm a Gentile, right? I see what this world has done to Black Americans. Okay, it makes sense. All right, you know, let me go love on them people. Let me go love on them, right? In a righteous way. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, you really quite honestly don't have a choice. If you don't, you're going with the fallen in. You're going with the fake gods and his people. So, yeah, all praise to the Most High.
On my heart this morning to say that as a man, but more importantly as a Black man, that this country does not deserve Black women or Black people, but specifically Black women. This morning I woke up and I just gave my wife a hug, because I know how heavy this is weighing on Black women. And they have carried this country and saved this country too many times, and continue to be the most disrespected human beings on the planet. And it, quite frankly, it disgusts me. I'm thinking about the world that we're going to bring our daughter into in a few months. And I want the vice president to know that her and her team did everything right in the right way. But the unfortunate reality is that this country is still steeped in racism, sexism, and misogyny. I am personally proud of her, and I know that so many others are the same. We appreciate her tenacity, her focus, her decency, and how she handled herself throughout this campaign. And I don't.
The only reason that the rest of the world doesn't fucking just torch the United States of America and just fucking all out just go to war with us on our land and just try killing everybody is because they know who we are and they respect us as black people. The black Americans, they're using us as a fucking shield to do evil all around the world, and the rest of the world is like, they've been through enough, we can't put them through that. That's the only reason motherfuckers aren't lighting us the fuck up, yo.
Black men, I think we need you. I think America needs you, okay? And I know it's unfair.
Man, shut your bitch ass up. How dare y'all? How dare a white man come on here and talk about black men being a hero when we did our job? We did our job. Okay? Why is there no videos circulating of y'all going at y'all granddaddies? Why are y'all not pressuring your uncles and your dads and all these other white men that voted for Trump? Why are y'all not going at them? Why are y'all coming over here? And we understand why. Black people understand why. Because if there's any change that's going to happen, black people are normally at the forefront of it. Sorry, we're taking a break. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is this, I'm not against any black people that want to go out there and protest or anything like that. You know, I'm not against it. But the truth of the matter is, for y'all to get on this social media and try to petition black people, to try to guilt black people, and know that at the end of this, we never get anything out of it. Nah. And again, it's the audacity, bro. It's like the audacity of seeing these videos constantly of just white people like pleading with black people to protest or to get out there, especially knowing that they're targeting us too. Especially knowing that Donald Trump has the military out here in these black predominant cities trying to get us to seem like we're violent. But you won't take your ass out there. You won't put your life on the line. But you want someone else to do it? Man, fuck you. We didn't vote for Trump. We didn't vote for that nigga. So, it's on you.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So today we are looking at a conversation that started with a very provocative statement: we don't need black Americans. And that statement immediately raises a much bigger question. Can you talk about America without talking about black people who helped build it? Black Americans have been part of the stories of this country from its earliest day. The labor, creativity, activism, military service, entrepreneurship, culture, contribution to science, and technology have all played an important role in shaping America. So when someone says black Americans are not needed, the obvious response is to look at the historic record. Who helped build the infrastructure of the country? Who fought for America in its war? Who created invention and innovation that became part of everyday American life? Who fought through generations of discrimination to expand civil rights and make American democracy more inclusive? And that is where the argument becomes difficult to dismiss. This is not about saying black Americans are the only people who contributed to America. They are not. America was built and shaped by people from many different backgrounds, but that's precisely the point. You can't erase one community from the country's history and still claim to understand how America became what it is today. And when someone makes a statement like, we don't need black Americans, the best response is not necessarily anger. Sometimes the most powerful response is simply, let's look at the history, because history has a way of challenging assumption. The invention, achievements, sacrifices, and struggles of black Americans are documented parts of the American story. And recognizing those contributions does not take anything away from anyone else. It simply means giving credit where credit is due. So perhaps the bigger question is not whether America need black Americans. The question is, how could America possibly tell its full story without black Americans? What do you think? Was this simply expression and opinion, or does a statement like this show why learning American history it still matters. Let me know your thoughts in the comment below, and let's be consider respectful. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.